Hello all, it's United Talk. Just a quick disclaimer before the video. I made this some time ago on the 2nd of October, but like a donut I forgot about it, and obviously it got a bit buried in files and I've just stumbled across it again and I thought it'd be worth uploading. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on it and hope you enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to United Talk TV. Today I want to have a little chat about something that I think INEOS are doing right. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, but the first team are obviously been struggling and it's big headline news, but I think what they have been doing well, and probably Wilcox being a big part of, is the youth teams. Now the youth teams are looking very, very good. The under 21s have been doing really well, under 18s have been doing really well, and there's lots of exciting kids that are coming on, and they've obviously been adding to it, snapping up young talent. Now obviously United historically have been about the youth, none more famous than the class of 92, but there's the record as well of having an academy player in the matchday squad for like 80 years, miles clear of the nearest, and that's something that we're about. And I think it's something that, for all the negativity and bad mouthing of INEOS there's been, actually they've quietly gone about sorting things out at the younger levels, and something we've been crying out, I've been crying out for years as a United fan, is snapping up these young talents and having them before the likes of a Brighton get them and turn them into £100 million players. Now I know it's different because United is harder to get in and it's more pressured, so maybe that's why they excel at a Brighton, because there's not the pressure and they can just mature and become these players. But I mean, you go back to Caicedo and we had the chance to get him for like a couple of £1 million, and we don't, and then Brighton get him and then he's £100 million player. And I think we've all been annoyed by it, that we've missed this, and the youth teams weren't really producing. I know you've had like your Rashford and whatever, but look, he's a good player, but look what's happened. Garnacho as well, he's alright, but again, look what's happened. Now what they have done really, really well, and they put the marker down, didn't they, when they got Cheeto, like the next big thing, snatched him from Arsenal. And they've been, like I say, going about it quite quietly, almost like they've said, we need to sort this out so we stop overpaying and produce them ourselves. And obviously Jim said, didn't he, about Mbappe, I don't want Mbappe, I want to find the next Mbappe. And it looks like he's been true to his word, and that's what they're trying to do. Now today, obviously the news broke a few days ago, but today they're saying that Orozco has been signed. So 17-year-old Colombian, I think he was the captain of Colombia's under 17s, and it's just another one to add to the list, and it's promising. I mean, who have they brought in? They've brought in obviously Cheeto, they've brought in Kone, who looks like he's got a chance to be a player. Heaven was another one. He was supposed to be for the youth team, weren't he? But obviously at that time it was needs must, and he went in the first team, and now he looks every part a first team player, albeit maybe backup at the minute. But they're really promising signings. It doesn't always have to be these massive marquee signings. And actually, when you look at it, really, what success have we had with that? Sanchez? No. Pogba? No. Like Memphis? There's been loads of them. Jadon Sancho. Just going out and smashing loads of money on somebody doesn't mean that they're going to do the business. And it's then a massive risk and a massive outlay when it doesn't work, which more times than not recently it hasn't. I mean, even back in the day we've had some. Fergie had some. Veron. For when he was in Italy, I used to watch a lot of Serie A. The guy was phenomenal. Like, this is a hell of a signing, but he couldn't do it. So it doesn't necessarily mean just going out and spending loads of money on someone that looks good somewhere is going to come in and do the business. I mean, Liverpool are finding that out now, aren't they, with Wirtz? Good player. I think I overpaid, really, but that's the day's market. That's a lot of money, isn't it? But struggling to get going. So, and they've had a fair share. Nunes, another one. But obviously, when it's United, it's a massive deal. Anyone else, it kind of gets swept under the carpet and not spoke about, doesn't it? City, Pep's got loads of them in there, but because they're not in a red shirt, nothing gets made of it. So, I think that's good what they're doing. They're taking away a bit of that pressure. And like I say, I've watched some of the youth team's games, watched some of the players quite closely in the youth team, and there's a number of them which you think look like they've got a chance to do something. You've got, like I say, you've got Cheeto in there, Heaven, although like I say first team, Kone, but then there's Rooney's boy Kai, looks like he's going to be a player. Obviously JJ Gabriel, a lot of hype, hopefully he can keep grounded, but a lot of talent. Shea Lacey, Ibrahimov, Scanlon. It looks like a lot of promising kids in them youth teams, and I think you have to give props to Wilcox because it looks like it's got his fingerprints all over it. Obviously Jim has probably given him the brief, but it looks like he's doing what he was brought in to do ultimately. I know he's supposed to find players for the first team as well, and again the signings that we've made have actually been quite good. It's just not clicked in the first team. But I'm really excited about some of these kids in the youth team. Now what we've got to do obviously is get the first team to a point where they can come into it without being hindered, and they can come in and they can thrive. Let's say the class of 92, obviously the most famous influx, and they had a stable environment to come into. So they had the people around the place, your Irwins, your Bruce, Pallister, Eric Cantona, obviously Roy Keane. They had the right environment to come into, and it weren't all lumped on their shoulders, and they was allowed to grow into it and to thrive and pay dividends, didn't it? So I'm hoping that we can rectify the first team and get back on track. But I must say I am really pleased, excited by what they are doing at the younger levels. And hopefully, if we can just calm everything down around the club and try and take away some of this real negative, almost toxic vibe that's round the place because of the first team at the minute, hopefully these kids will crack on and they'll keep improving, and then we can get a few of them come through, because there's nothing better, is there, when they come out of the youth teams and they go on and perform for the first team and score goals, make a number of appearances. You know, it's better than massive money signings. So even Ronaldo really was a raw talent, a kid when they brought him in. I know he didn't come through the youth team, but he was very young. He was almost like a youth player promoted into the first team. And to see him go on and become what he did, it's really good when that happens. And for me, it's better than, I know Van Persie was incredible, what he came in and done, fired us to 20, incredible signing, but it doesn't have the same feel, does it? Like when they come through and they're there for years and they achieve for the club. So it's almost like an added satisfaction. So hopefully people can sort of give them the props a bit about that. Like I say, try and lift some of this negativity. I know things are negative at the moment because of the first team, but if you look at, people make out like the whole club is in ruin. It's not. The youth teams are doing really well. Darren Fletcher's gone into the role, and that can only help. And yeah, like I say, I'm quite excited by the youth team, and for all the negativity and stuff there is around the place, I think we just need to remember that there are good things going on. There are green shoots. There are glimmers of hope in them teams, and we need to try and lift some of the gloom and some of the oppressive feeling around the place, so they can come in and they can thrive, and then we'll be better for it. So, but I don't know, what do you think? Are they doing well? Are they doing right in that sense? Has anybody watched any of the youth team? Is there any other players that I've not mentioned that I should have a look at? Let me know in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on it, as always. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Lovely old job.